Have you ever been told that waking up multiple times each night to urinate is simply an inevitable part of getting older? Or perhaps that declining sexual potency is just something you must accept after 60? That's precisely the narrative they want you to believe. But here's the vital truth. Prostate problems are not your predetermined fate. They are frequently the consequence of daily habits, ingrained routines that many men follow without ever realizing the silent damage they inflict. I'm Dr. Lucy, and frankly, I'm exhausted from witnessing so many men endure discomfort and frustration in silence, believing nothing can be done. Today, we're going to meticulously examine 10 common daily habits that are quietly inflaming your prostate right now. And I can confidently guarantee you're likely engaging in at least 5 of these, completely unaware of their impact. Some are surprisingly mundane, others deeply ingrained, but the most dangerous ones could be costing you your peace of mind and long-term health. Let me assure you, as a physician, I see healthy, vibrant, pain-free men thriving well into their 80s and 90s precisely because they consciously avoid these pitfalls. Stay with me until the very end to uncover how you can systematically eliminate these hidden villains from your daily routine and begin experiencing genuine, natural relief safely. Let's start our crucial countdown with habit number 10, a habit that directly challenges a widespread misconception. Many believe the myth that drastically cutting back on water intake in the evening will miraculously lead to better, uninterrupted sleep. Unfortunately, this approach is among the most detrimental things you can possibly do for your prostate health. Allow me to explain the physiology. When you don't consume sufficient water throughout the day, your urine becomes significantly more concentrated and acidic. This potent mixture acts as a constant irritant to your bladder lining. An irritated bladder, in turn, creates undue pressure on your nearby prostate gland, leading directly to inflammation. This explains that persistent, nagging urgency you feel, even when your bladder is only partially full. Chronic, low-level dehydration is a primary trigger for prostate enlargement, initiating a vicious cycle of silent damage that intensifies with each day you ignore your body's thirst signals. The solution, however, is beautifully simple and remarkably powerful. Prioritize consistent hydration all day long. Don't wait for thirst to strike. By then, dehydration has already set in. Your clear, tangible goal is light-colored urine. Achieving this keeps your bladder calm, significantly relieves pressure on the prostate, and actively helps prevent swelling. Water isn't your adversary, it's your most essential ally in this fight. Clear urine is your benchmark. Don't avoid water out of misplaced fear of nighttime trips. Wield it strategically as a protective shield for your prostate. Moving to habit number 9, which is particularly insidious because it often creeps in as a consequence of other issues like fatigue or low energy. I'm talking about prolonged, excessive sitting. When you feel drained, what's the instinctive response? You sit down, you rest. It seems perfectly logical, even necessary. Yet, for your prostate, this sedentary behavior is nothing short of a disaster. Remaining seated for hours on end creates continuous, unrelenting pressure on your entire pelvic region. This pressure dramatically reduces healthy blood flow to the area and directly causes inflammation within the prostate tissue itself. It becomes a self-perpetuating, vicious cycle. Fatigue prompts more sitting, and that sitting worsens the inflammation that likely contributes to your urinary discomfort and frequent urges. These symptoms then disrupt your sleep, leaving you even more fatigued the next day. How can we effectively shatter this damaging cycle? The answer lies in incorporating micro-movements. Forget needing a gym membership or complex routines. Embrace one simple, powerful rule, the 30-minute rule. Every half hour, make it a non-negotiable point to stand up. Stretch your arms overhead, walk to the kitchen for a glass of water, or simply step outside to glance at the sky for a moment. This seemingly minor act instantly relieves pelvic pressure, reactivates crucial circulation, and signals your body not to settle into a state of stagnation. Remember, your body is fundamentally designed for movement. Don't allow a passive, quiet lifestyle to become the architect of loud, debilitating health problems. Now, let's address habit number 8. If you're the type of man who mentally maps every public restroom before leaving home, or if nightly trips to the bathroom disrupt your sleep multiple times, this habit is likely a prime offender. Consuming excessive caffeine. Countless men cherish their daily coffee or strong tea, yet remain blissfully unaware that caffeine acts as a potent, direct irritant to both the bladder and prostate tissues. It aggressively stimulates urine production while simultaneously making it more difficult for the bladder to empty completely. This double whammy creates a relentless cycle of pressure and inflammation that directly exacerbates the symptoms of an enlarged prostate. The pervasive discomfort and sudden, overwhelming urgency are frequently caffeine's handiwork. So, what's the practical solution? Complete elimination isn't always necessary or realistic. Smart management is key. Enjoy that cherished first cup of coffee in the morning. However, for subsequent beverages throughout the day, consciously switch to decaffeinated options or soothing herbal teas. You may be genuinely astonished by the degree of relief this single, manageable adjustment can bring, often noticeable within just a few days. This isn't about deprivation, it's about making empowered choices that restore your sense of control and physical comfort. Habit number 7 strikes deeper than just the prostate. It undermines the very core of your masculine vitality, your hormonal balance. I'm referring to the routine consumption of spicy and, especially, ultra-processed foods. Many men overlook the profound connection, but your dietary choices exert a direct, powerful influence on your testosterone levels. Ultra-processed foods, laden with unhealthy fats, artificial additives, and refined sugars, actively disrupt your endocrine system. They promote estrogen dominance while suppressing healthy testosterone production. This hormonal imbalance is a scientifically recognized risk factor for prostate enlargement. Combine this with the direct, abrasive irritation caused by excessively spicy foods, and you've concocted the perfect recipe for chronic prostate inflammation and persistent discomfort. The empowering news is that you can transform food into potent medicine. Instead of adhering to a diet that actively disrupts your system, consciously adopt one that regulates and heals. Prioritize a diet abundant in natural, anti-inflammatory powerhouses like dark leafy greens, various nuts, creamy avocado, and vibrant berries. Such foods not only actively calm prostate inflammation, but also contribute significantly to optimizing your crucial hormone levels. Reflect on this. If your meals predominantly emerge from plastic packages, your health is effectively outsourced to a profit-driven industry. If they originate from the earth, your health remains firmly in your own hands. The choice is profoundly yours, and it holds the power to transform how you feel every single day. Before we delve into habit number 6, if this information is resonating with you, if it's sparking recognition or offering clarity, please type 1 in the comments below. It helps me know we're connecting on the right path. If something isn't clicking, type 0, so I can refine this content to serve you better. And while you're there, take a second to click the subscribe button and hit the notification bell. You absolutely don't want to miss these vital, targeted health insights crafted specifically for men navigating life beyond 60. Now, let's confront habit number 6, an action nearly everyone does, believing it utterly harmless, yet for your prostate, it's akin to a relentless, slow-motion earthquake. I'm talking about habitually holding your urine for extended periods. Whether you're trapped in a lengthy meeting, stuck in gridlock traffic, or determined to wait until the TV commercial break, every single time you consciously ignore the urge to urinate, you're forcing your bladder to stretch dangerously beyond its healthy capacity. Visualize a balloon being inflated past its intended limit. That intense pressure doesn't remain confined. It transmits directly downwards, squarely onto your prostate gland. Over weeks, months, and years, this unyielding pressure inflicts micro-injuries, constant irritation, and significant swelling within the delicate prostate tissue. This problem is exponentially worse for older men, as the pelvic floor muscles responsible for control naturally weaken with age. Habitual urine retention frequently leads to incomplete bladder emptying, leaving behind stagnant urine residue. This stagnant pool becomes an open invitation for bacterial growth and urinary tract infections, which viciously compound the existing inflammation. The solution, thankfully, is the most straightforward of all. Actively listen to your body's signals. When nature calls, respond promptly. Don't negotiate or delay. Remember, your bladder and prostate function as an intimately connected team. Excessive stress on one inevitably, directly impacts the health of the other. Respecting the call of nature is one of the simplest yet most potent defenses you possess. We've arrived at habit number 5, and there's absolutely no ambiguity here. It stands as one of the most destructive enemies your prostate faces: smoking. And let's be perfectly clear, this danger extends far beyond active smokers. Regular exposure to secondhand smoke inflicts nearly comparable harm. Consider every single cigarette as a detonating chemical bomb within your body. The toxic cocktail of chemicals severely constricts blood vessels, drastically reducing vital blood flow to your prostate, essentially suffocating the gland. These toxins also trigger massive systemic inflammation and inflict direct damage on the prostate's fragile cellular structures. Over time, this sustained chemical assault doesn't just promote prostate enlargement, it also significantly elevates your risk of developing prostate cancer. For men over 60, the damage accelerates alarmingly because your body's natural repair mechanisms slow down, and smoking actively depletes the essential antioxidants needed for cellular defense. If you currently smoke, the single most impactful decision you can make for your immediate and future health is to actively seek help to quit. Have an open conversation with your doctor. Numerous effective therapies and robust support systems exist today. The incredible upside? The health benefits commence almost immediately. Within mere weeks, your circulation begins to improve measurably, systemic inflammation starts to subside, and your beleaguered prostate finally gets the chance it needs to begin healing. If you don't smoke, fiercely prioritize your well-being by consciously avoiding environments thick with smoke. That single, conscious choice can add invaluable years of comfort and vitality to your life. Protecting your body is always a worthy investment, regardless of age. Habit number 4 involves treating your own body with less care than you afford your car. Seriously, think about it. You diligently schedule oil changes and regular maintenance for your vehicle to prevent inconvenient and costly breakdowns, correct? Yet, when was the last time you proactively scheduled a preventive health checkup for your own body? For far too many men, the honest answer is only when a glaring warning light appears. Symptoms become impossible to ignore. This reactive approach is perilous, especially concerning the prostate. Prostate issues develop with insidious silence. In their earliest, most treatable stages, there are frequently zero obvious symptoms. By the time you finally experience noticeable discomfort or dysfunction, the underlying problem may have already progressed significantly. A straightforward annual checkup, incorporating a PSA blood test and, yes, the digital rectal exam, DRE, isn't primarily about hunting for disease. It's fundamentally about proactively safeguarding your health. These are quick, potentially life-preserving tools that empower you and your doctor to detect subtle signs of inflammation or abnormal growth long before they escalate into a serious crisis. I fully understand discussing or undergoing the DRE can feel uncomfortable, but delaying that brief conversation or examination means potentially forfeiting the critical opportunity for early, often simpler, intervention. A problem identified early can frequently be managed or even reversed through targeted lifestyle adjustments. A problem ignored, however, often leads down a path requiring medications with side effects or invasive surgeries. Don't passively wait for symptoms to become unbearable. Embracing proactive health stewardship is the wisest, most empowering habit you can possibly cultivate. Schedule that appointment. It's the ultimate maintenance for your most valuable asset, yourself. Let's explore habit number 3, centered on a dietary choice made repeatedly, day after day, consuming excessive amounts of red and processed meats. The scientific consensus is unequivocal. Diets consistently high in red meats, like beef and lamb, and especially processed meats, think bacon, sausages, hot dogs, deli meats, are directly linked to elevated systemic inflammation and a demonstrably higher risk of developing prostate complications. The saturated fats abundant in these meats and the harmful chemical byproducts formed during processing, like nitrosamines, are the primary culprits driving this damage. For older adults, whose digestive efficiency naturally declines, this habit can initiate a destructive cycle. Inflammation leads to weight gain disrupts hormones, and this hormonal imbalance further inflames the prostate, a battle your gland is ill-equipped to win alone. But here's the empowering perspective. You don't need to abandon foods you enjoy entirely. The transformative key lies in strategic balance. Reframe this not as deprivation, but as a powerful opportunity to optimize your health and vitality. Aim to limit red meat consumption to special occasions, perhaps once or twice weekly. On other days, enthusiastically explore the benefits of leaner, prostate-friendly proteins. Fatty fish like salmon or mackerel, rich in omega-3s, are superb choices. Skinless poultry is another excellent option. Don't overlook plant-powered proteins like lentils, chickpeas, or beans. These are packed with fiber that actively improves digestion and overall gut health, indirectly benefiting the prostate. View every nutritious meal as a deliberate, positive step towards fewer disruptive symptoms and enhanced overall well-being. I know changing entrenched habits requires time and conscious effort. Many of you watching might be thinking, "Doctor, Is there something immediate I can do, starting tonight, to potentially feel a difference, especially with those disruptive nocturnal trips? The answer is a resounding yes, and it requires a mere 15 seconds of your time before sleep. It involves a simple, focused ritual designed specifically to reduce prostate swelling while your body undergoes its natural nightly repair and regeneration. The results I've observed clinically have been genuinely fantastic, with numerous men reporting significant relief, including fewer nighttime awakenings, often within just a few weeks of consistent practice. To maintain the flow of our essential countdown, I've placed a link to a concise video detailing this easy method in the very first comment pinned below this video. It's the first thing you'll see. Make a commitment to yourself right now that you'll click it after finishing here. Consider it a practical, potent tool in your arsenal. Now, let's proceed to habit number 2, which centers on a type of fat you might not even realize is actively assaulting your prostate. Habit number 2 offers a stark indicator. If you want a quick gauge of your hormonal health, often all you need to do is measure your waistline. Carrying significant belly fat isn't just about appearance, it's a glaring metabolic warning sign. That visceral fat isn't inert padding, it functions like a rogue endocrine gland, actively sabotaging your masculinity. It churns out a constant stream of inflammatory chemicals, cytokines, and critically, it converts your precious, vital testosterone into estrogen. This toxic combination, chronic, low-grade inflammation coupled with significant hormonal imbalance, low testosterone, elevated estrogen, is catastrophic for your prostate. It directly fuels prostate enlargement, BPH, and all the distressing symptoms that accompany it: relentless bathroom trips, a frustratingly weak urine stream, and challenges with erectile function. The solution, fortunately, doesn't demand extreme or unsustainable measures. It's about building positive momentum through manageable, daily victories. Start literally today with a brief walk. Tomorrow, consciously swap one sugary beverage for pure water. The day after that, enrich one meal with extra servings of vegetables. Crucially, losing even a modest 5% of your current body weight can trigger surprisingly significant relief from urinary symptoms. Remember, significant abdominal fat isn't an inevitable badge of age. It's a clear signal of underlying metabolic stress and hormonal disruption. By actively reducing it, you're not merely enhancing your physique, you're defending your hormonal equilibrium and directly safeguarding your prostate health. Finally, we reach habit number 1, the habit most men tragically overlook. Yet it is fundamentally the root cause that amplifies and worsens the impact of all the other 9 habits we've discussed: living with unmanaged, chronic stress. Reflect on this for a moment. Stress powerfully influences your choices. It drives poor dietary decisions, reaching for comfort foods. It fuels the urge to smoke. It drastically impairs sleep quality, and it traps you on the couch in exhaustion. It's the pervasive trigger lurking behind nearly every other detrimental habit on this list. Physiologically, relentless stress floods your system with cortisol, the notorious stress hormone. Cortisol is profoundly inflammatory throughout your entire body. It chronically tenses your pelvic floor muscles, adding direct pressure on the prostate, and it disrupts the delicate balance of testosterone production. It's the insidious enemy operating behind the scenes, meticulously creating the perfect internal environment for prostate problems to flourish. Too many of us, men especially, wear chronic stress like a misguided badge of honor or simply resign ourselves to it. But this unmanaged burden is eroding our health from within. The profoundly good news is that regaining control is simpler than you might think and entirely within your grasp. Start today. Dedicate just 10 uninterrupted minutes to deep, conscious breathing. Immerse yourself in nature during a walk. Reconnect meaningfully with a friend. Make prioritizing quality sleep non-negotiable. These acts aren't signs of weakness. They represent the highest form of intelligent self-care and strength. Mastering your stress is arguably the single most powerful step you can take. By doing so, you not only directly alleviate pressure on your prostate, but you also create the mental clarity, emotional resilience, and physical energy necessary to successfully address and transform all the other damaging habits we've covered. Effective stress management forms the indispensable foundation for building a healthier, calmer, and profoundly more comfortable life. We've thoroughly examined the 10 daily habits that could be silently enlarging your prostate right now. However, the absolute most important message I want you to carry away from this isn't rooted in fear. It's anchored firmly in tangible hope. Hope stemming from the empowering knowledge that you possess significant control over your prostate health. Hope in the certainty that it genuinely is not too late to initiate positive change. Hope that small, consistent, daily adjustments can accumulate into massive, life-enhancing results. Resist accepting persistent discomfort as normal for your age. Reject fatigue as an unavoidable companion of getting older. Your body possesses an astonishing, innate capacity to heal and restore balance, but it absolutely requires you to provide the right supportive tools. You now hold crucial knowledge, the understanding of these 10 habits, empowering you to begin your proactive journey. Start with just one step, only one manageable change. And please recall the 15-second bedtime ritual I mentioned earlier. The link to the detailed video is pinned prominently in the very first comment below. Incorporating this simple practice could very well be a game changer for your nightly comfort. If this discussion resonated with you, offered valuable insight, or provided meaningful food for thought, please don't keep it to yourself. Go ahead and hit the like button. It truly helps signal that this content is making a vital difference. Share it generously with a friend, a brother, a father, or any man you care about who might benefit from hearing this message. If you have a moment, I'd be deeply grateful if you dropped a comment below. Share what point resonated most powerfully with you, or suggest a topic you'd like me to explore next. Your input is invaluable. It actively helps shape this space to better serve our community. If you feel moved to support this channel and our shared mission to create more high-quality, actionable content for men over 60, please consider making a small donation. Every contribution directly helps fund deeper research, enhance our video production quality, and extend our reach to more men who urgently need this empowering information. By engaging here, you're not merely a viewer, you're becoming part of a vital movement dedicated to proactive men's health, and I'm profoundly grateful for your presence and participation. Before you go, would you kindly tell me in the comments where you're tuning in from? Your city, your country. I read every single one, and it means a great deal to connect with you personally across the miles. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, prioritize taking excellent care of yourself starting right now, and I genuinely look forward to seeing you in the next essential discussion.